Hey, Marshall Mathers the fourth here. I just want to let you guys know that the reasons why I'm unable to ask out any girl who's hot is because, well, for one, I don't have any confidence in self-esteem whatsoever when it comes to asking out hot girls. Girls who are simply okay looking or average, in other words, or even ugly, I could easily talk to, because those girls that, if anything, I would be friends with, but never date, and especially not marry. But when it comes to girls who are hot, I just have no self-esteem or confidence. And I always feel weird inside and nervous when I'm even in their presence, around them, near them, whatever you want to call it. And I always tense up. I always get anxiety also when I'm in their presence. I just feel so creepy on the inside because I know I'm a creep, a full-on 100% creep. And I am most definitely a pervert. And at least I'm admitting that to all of you, because it is a fact, at least about myself. And the only way that I would ever even talk to a girl who's hot is if I were literally physically forced to by guys. Like if I were dragged by guys or whatever and pretty much pushed to the hot girl that I'm attracted to, or that I have a crush on, or that I'm lusting after. In that case, I would pretty much be forced to talk to the girl. But even then, while I'm trying to talk to the girl, I would stutter, I would freeze up, I would tense up, and I would just kind of fumble over my words. And girls don't find that the slightest bit attractive when a guy stutters or is shy or anything like that, or like fumbles over his words or freezes up or starts sweating like crazy. That's a total turnoff to girls. They would never want to be with a guy like that. And the other reason why I can't ask out any girl who's hot, or even talk to them for that matter, is because they themselves have crazy amounts of confidence and self-esteem. And why is that? It's because they put on so much extra shit on their face, such as face lotion, makeup, blush, eyeliner, eyeshadow, and lipstick. And when they wear all that shit, wear all that extra shit, covering up any flaws or any, I don't know, stuff that they may be hiding, that they feel insecure about, it gives them a sense of pride. Just like in the same way when a girl dresses in like fancy clothes or gets a certain pair of clothes that are like trending or something, or like the most popular clothing brand, and they're wearing those clothes, they'll feel a sense of pride. And guys will too. Any guys who wear clothes that are very extremely popular and expensive, that they got whatever way they did, will have a sense of pride and confidence and self-esteem. And one of the reasons why guys can so easily and just smoothly talk to any girls at all, either just about random shit or trying to like hit on them, is because they pretty much have things in advance to better their chances, literally. It's not just their looks that they have, if you're an extremely attractive guy. It's the fact that these guys have the coolest clothes, the cool car, the cool materialistic shit. Maybe they're involved in sports or in the community, and they have a lot of just awesome hobbies, and everybody wants to be their friend. And all that stuff will make that guy so much popular. It will pretty much catapult that guy to popularity and pretty much superstardom of society. Even if he's not famous, it will almost be as if he's famous. And even if people don't truly care about him, they'll at least act as if they do, both guys and girls, because he has so much cool and interesting shit to show off and boast about and brag about all the time. And everybody just wants to dick ride that guy. And so, honestly, it gives those guys a way better chance on asking out hot girls, or hitting on them, or flirting with them, or even just talking to them in general. And like I said, when girls wear all that extra shit on their face that they really don't actually need, because that is not their true colors, they're not showing their flaws, they're not showing what's underneath all that they may be insecure about and obviously trying to hide. They'll get pride from that. And of course, confidence and self-esteem. If girls just dressed normally and casually in stuff that is not popular or trending or a super expensive clothing brand, or if they didn't wear all that extra shit and maybe just deodorant and that's it, and didn't have that much materialistic stuff or whatever, and weren't that spoiled, they'd probably have a lot less self-esteem and confidence and probably no pride at all. They'd probably be very sad, in the same way as a guy who doesn't have cool clothes or cool materialistic things such as electronics or whatever, or a cool car, or good at sports, or involved in so much in the community, and who has a job or whatever, and is like the best worker there. If the guy has none of that, he too will be sad. And he probably won't want to look at anyone, or talk to anyone, or interact with anyone in any shape or form. And that's what I was. And of course still am to this day. I have nothing at all. I have nothing to boast about, to brag about, to be prideful about. I have nothing at all to be confident or have self-esteem about. And whenever I see hot girls even out in public, I always just have this weird feeling inside, even though of course I never talk to them or interact with them or hit on them. And I wouldn't do that anyway, especially knowing the fact that whenever I do go out in public, I'm with my mom or with my dad. It's not like I'm by myself. I don't have a car, I don't have a driver's license to take myself wherever the fuck I want to go out in public. And just alone, so I can do stuff without being in the presence of either of my parents or any of my siblings for that matter. Because that would just be even all the more strange and weird. And you know what? I do, though, in fact, think if girls didn't dress so sexy and provocatively, and if they didn't wear all that extra shit, all that makeup, all that face lotion, all that blush, all that eyeliner and eyeshadow and whatnot, all that lipstick, and if they showed how they actually look when going out in public, I think guys who even don't have any confidence or self-esteem at all would be more, in a way, persuaded to try to talk to the girl. Because then they would see, oh, she has imperfections, she has freckles, she has pimples, she has moles, or whatever she was hiding under her face. Because nobody's perfect. Nobody on the face of this earth is perfect. But when girls wear all that extra shit that they get pride and self-esteem and confidence from, they're practically trying to make themselves look like goddesses and angels. They look too perfect when they have all that extra shit. They're not showing their real true selves and how they actually look underneath all of that. Because if they did, I do have at least a slight feeling that even shy guys and all that or whatever would be probably more able to talk to even those hot girls. Because underneath all that, those girls are probably not as hot. And if they weren't wearing all that extra shit, they'd probably just look pretty or cute or something, but they wouldn't look like crazy, sexy goddess or angel-like with all of that stuff on their face or whatever. And if, like, whenever a guy goes out in public, he doesn't try to look like totally perfect. He may just put like on deodorant and maybe some cologne, and the clothes that a guy will wear are way more like casual and normal, if you will, than what girls will wear when they usually go out in public. Not that that's a bad thing or anything, but it's just the truth. And so those are the reasons why I can't and am not able to talk to any hot girls out in public. And the most tragic thing, especially about me and also many guys like me, which I know many will be able to relate, is the fact that online on the internet, I can talk to any hot girl, piece of cake. Any sexy girl in the whole world I can easily talk to online. Why? Because I'm not actually in her presence physically. I'm not actually where she is. I'm not talking to her in person. I mean, I can see her pictures or see her videos or even maybe see her comments or something, but I'm not actually there with her in person. So I'm not feeling her presence. And I'm not next to her or anything like that. I'm not actually physically interacting with her. I'm where I am and she's where she is. And, you know, even when I think back to my high school days, I was definitely able to talk to guys a lot more easier than any girls, because guys are my type. I get guys. I understand guys, and they do me. But I didn't talk to guys that much, even in my high school days. And I definitely didn't interact with guys that much either. And I definitely didn't pour my heart out to any of those guys, even my so-called friends then, which were really my enemies in disguise. But the only time I even got the closest to pouring my heart out to any guys was when I told those two assholes about my two most and main fetishes, which just led them to spreading a bullshit, false-ass rumor around the whole school that every classroom I went to, I would always raise my hand at the beginning and ask the teachers to go to the bathroom for 5 minutes to jerk off. And so, yeah, I guess, I mean, that's another reason in a way why I can't ask out hot girls, because I'm an isolated introvert and a freak of society.